there friends. Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm starting a brand new series, and that is a Disney series. So I think back in 2015, I did a Disney series. It was 2015 or 2014, one or the other. I did a Disney series and it was a pretty simple one. I think it was like my top 10s in all the parks, but with my upcoming trips to Disney coming, I'm currently filming this on the 12th of October, and I'm going to Disney for a trip in December, at the very end of December. So I thought I would start a whole new Disney series, as I have far too much knowledge and information in this brain about Disney, and I just thought, you know what, I'll share it, because I'm always, when I go away on a trip, I'm always looking for new places to eat, new places to hang out, new things to see, and I know that YouTube is a really good place to find that information, and I have so much information about Disney, as I said, so I thought, well, why not put some of that into a video for other people who are looking, and just to share some of that information. And then what I might do is do more in my Disney series when I get back from Florida. So if you've got any requests for videos or certain topics about Disney and Disney World that you want to see, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to film those for you guys, and any suggestions about types of videos on Disney, again, let me know in the comments. So as you can see from the title of this video, today I am doing my top 5 character dining restaurants in Walt Disney World. Now if you don't know what character dining is basically what it says on the tin. You go to a restaurant and characters are at the restaurant, and they go round and they come around to your table. There's normally 4, sometimes even 5 different characters, and depending on where the restaurant is or the theme of the restaurant, those characters might be in costume and things like that. Different restaurants have different themes, I say, and different restaurants have different styles of food. So some are family style, where they bring a certain amount of food to your table, and then if you want more of something, they'll bring it to you, and it's all sort of fixed price. Other sorts of character dining are buffet, so you can go up to the buffet as many times as you want, pick and choose what you like. And a third type of character dining restaurant is sort of just your average restaurant, where you order from a menu and you get what you order basically, and then as you're eating, the characters come around and you have pictures with them, they can do autographs and all that sort of thing. At character dining restaurants, they don't have photopass photographers. Some have a photopass photographer at the end or at the beginning, such as Cinderella's Royal Table or Akashute, which are two which are two princess restaurants. They aren't on my top 5, but they often have a princess at the beginning or at the end that you can have a photograph with as you're leaving or arriving, and that sometimes has a photopass photographer with. But as the characters are moving around the restaurant, coming to your table, they don't have photopass photographers, but they do have sort of sometimes have a minder with them who can take pictures maybe of your whole party with the character, so that you've got everyone in it basically. So this video is in no particular order, but I've split the 5 into 2 sections. The first section that I'm going to go through are the character dining restaurants that I have personally not been to but want to go to, and so they are on this list because they are sort of the top 2 places that I haven't booked yet for future trips, but I potentially am considering, and that I think maybe you guys should consider, as there may be something a bit different. So the first one of these is Ohana, and Ohana is a restaurant in the Polynesian Hotel, and as this video suggests, it is a character dining restaurant, and at this restaurant it is Polynesian style food, as the hotel might suggest, and you have Mickey, Lilo and Stitch. And I think the reason why this is on this top 5 list, and it's something where I'm considering potentially going on one of my trips, is because it's that bit different. You don't see Lilo or Stitch, and especially the 2 together, very often. The food at the Polynesian and at Ohana is that little bit different. I've seen pictures of it and it looks fantastic. The breakfasts look great. You can get Stitch waffles, so rather than Mickey waffles, you get Stitch waffles. I'm like, heck yes. But it does just look wonderful, and I'm not sure whether, I think for Ohana it's only character dining for breakfast, but another tip is that if you go to Ohana for dinner, I'm pretty sure that you can see some of the fireworks from Magic Kingdom. I think it's Ohana, I'm pretty sure it is. The second restaurant that is on the first part of my list, which is the restaurants that I've not actually been to, I'm going to look at my phone because I need to make sure I say this right. Okay, it is Trattoria Al Forno, so Trattoria Al Forno. Hopefully I won't say that wrong again. And this is a restaurant that is on the boardwalk, and this is a restaurant, a character dining restaurant. There's only, again, character dining for breakfast, and that is definitely correct. So this, I'll say it again, it's only character dining for breakfast. For lunch and dinner, it is traditional Italian fare. But for breakfast, it's character dining, and this is a restaurant that I've only recently become aware of, but it looks incredible. And this restaurant is, the characters that are there are Rapunzel and Flynn Rider and Ariel and Sebastian. So it's two princesses and their princes, and I think this is an amazing offering. These princesses are, like, personally two of my favourite princesses, but I think they're also two really popular princesses in general, and you never, apart from on special occasions such as Halloween and Christmas, you never really get to see the princesses with their princes until Trattoria Al Forno, where the princesses and their princes are going round all together. Another reason why Trattoria Al Forno is on my list and is somewhere that I'm recommended for you guys to check out is because of the food. And the food is all themed around Tangled and the Little Mermaid. So to share as a table, you get a frying pan of pastries, which obviously links back to the film, where honestly, I've got a massive cold, so I can't talk properly, but I'm trying my best. It goes back to the film where Rapunzel knocks a guy out with a frying pan. Some of the pastries are also shaped like the emblem of the crown, the family in Tangled. There is also some of the pastries that are shaped or attempted to be shaped like Pascal. All of the names of all of the meals, similarly to Be Our Guest restaurant, are themed around things to do with the film. So the names of some of the food or some of the meals in Trattoria Al Forno are things like King Triton's Shipwreck, Eggs Royale, Tangled Eggs, Tower of Pancakes, that sort of thing. So it's really all themed around the films that the characters are in and the world that they're in. And I think I said at the beginning, this is on the boardwalk, so it's the boardwalk is somewhere that I've never actually been, but it's meant to be really, really beautiful. And so if you're looking for a meal, or especially a character meal, this may be a little bit different. It's outside of the parks, but it's still really Disney themed, and you can meet characters that maybe you wouldn't meet elsewhere, such as princesses with their princes, and food that just looks glorious. Like the pancakes come with the sunshine logo of Tangled films and a Tangled family, like done on it with what's it called? Flour, not flour. Icing sugar. Icing sugar is what I meant, and it just looks wonderful. So now we are on to part 2 of my top 5 character dining restaurants in Walt Disney World, and these 3 restaurants are character dining restaurants that I've been to personally, that I love, and that I have personal experience of. So the first one is Tusker House, and this is in Animal Kingdom, and it's a character restaurant themed around Africa, which is where it's situated in Animal Kingdom. And the characters that go around are Mickey, Minnie, Donald and Goofy. Now those are subject to change, but it's sort of members of the big 5, and they are in their safari gear. Now I'd recommend Tusker House if you or someone in your party is interested in trying food that's a little bit different, something that isn't just the traditional American fare, as they have food offerings that are from Africa and different regions of the world, as well as, especially for breakfast, the normal Walt Disney World stuff, so waffles, pancakes, eggs, bacon, alongside the African stuff. So it means that if you have a party or a group of you that are maybe interested in stuff that's a little bit different, but some of you maybe are fussy eaters, that's definitely one to check out. It's also a buffet, so you can have as much as you want, fill up for the day. So number 4 on my list is an absolute classic, and it's in Magic Kingdom, and it's Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is right opposite Cinderella Castle. It's a buffet again, and it's Winnie the Pooh and friends characters from the 100 Acre Wood. So it's Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore and Piglet. And you can have breakfast, lunch or dinner here. It's buffet style. The characters are really fun. And they literally will just do a circle of the restaurant. The food is lovely. It's nothing like spectacular, but they're characters that you can't sort of, especially like Piglet and Eeyore, and maybe characters that aren't as easy to find around the parks, and you can get all four of Winnie and his friends together, and it is just a classic, and it's in Magic Kingdom, so it's a great one. I've been there like four times. It's a lovely pick. And my final and favourite ever top character dining in Walt Disney World is the Garden Grill, and this is in Epcot. It's in the Land Pavilion, so it's in the same pavilion as Living with the Land ride and the Soaring ride, and it's known as Chip 'n Dale's Harvest Feast. You have Chip 'n Dale, you have Mickey, and you have Pluto. And it's a restaurant that slowly spins. It does the whole circle within, I think it's like an hour and a half. Goes really slowly. Both my parents often suffer with motion sickness, and neither of them have ever had any trouble. The food is like on point. I've never been for breakfast, but lunch and dinner the food is the same, and it's brought to you family style. And then say you want more beef, or you want more chicken, or you want more fish, you just request it and your server will bring it to you. It's all one charge, so it's a bit like a buffet. You just sort of pay one set price and eat as much as you want. The characters, so Mickey is in like farmer's gear, and all the food that you were served is really non-traditional Disney, so there's no burgers, there is chips, but there's chips everywhere, and it's vegetables, and it's kind of a bit like if you're in England, like a roast dinner plus chips and mac and cheese, and it's just the food is so crazy beautifully cooked. The characters are amazing. Like, I've been there before where they come around like 3 times. The characters have great interactions with each other. I'm going to link in the description box my vlog from my went to the Garden Grill, as the characters were literally hilarious. They were like pointing at each other and kind of fake shouting at each other. Some of them like dancing around the restaurant. They were doing selfies with me. They were waving at my vlog. As I say, the food is fantastic, and if you enjoy the land ride in Epcot, then all of the food that you see being grown in the Living with the Land ride is then used in the Garden Grill for the food, as well as in other restaurants around the Disney parks. But it's just so lovely. The characters are hilarious. It's sort of it's a few of the big 5, the traditional ones, with Chip 'n Dale, who are like, honestly, whoever they put in whoever Chip 'n Dale are like out of this world amazing. I think especially for kids. Well, no, Disney's for everyone. Like, honestly, I can't rave about the Garden Grill enough. If you go to one character dining, in my opinion, it has to be the Garden Grill, but obviously there's all 4 other options that I have shared with you. 3 of them I've been to, 2 of them I haven't, but these are the ones which for me are at the top of my list, at the top of my mind every time I go to Walt Disney World. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Remember to like and subscribe if you did, and as I said at the beginning, if you've got any video requests, any questions, stick them in the comments and I'll try and get the videos filmed and get back to you about any questions as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed this video, as I said, and I shall see you really soon. Bye.